And welcome to SanJuanCountySports.com. I'm Wally D, and it's been a little while since we've interviewed someone, but here we are, and we have to congratulate the new head coach of the Kirtland Central Bronco team is Isiah Valdez. Coach, how you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for having me on.
You
I'm
know,
excited.
I tell you what's exciting to me about this is just to see, I can remember when you played at Piedra Vista, played on the basketball team, and I got to ref your games and actually even broadcast some of your games on the radio. And it's just exciting to see kids that come up, through our local area, and here they are back in our community, helping our community, and you get a head coaching job. That's pretty exciting. I know it is for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for it. To be back, obviously the community and having been a part of it growing up and playing and again graduating from Piedra Vista and I coached there with Coach Manning and then we went out to Kirtland and it's exciting and I hope this does motivate a lot of these student athletes that to continue maybe down the path of coaching or teaching. It's cool to go back and I still see some of my former teachers that are still hard at it and then seeing some of my friends and colleagues who are my age teaching and coaching as well. It's exciting and I love that the community builds around that.
And as a coach, and I know you took on the varsity baseball team too there in Kirtland this year, and kind of had you made it to the state tournament. That was pretty amazing. Um, is that something you're going to continue to do, or it's something you kind of have to give up because basketball runs into baseball?
Yeah, absolutely. I think even as a student athlete myself, whenever I was in high school, the overlap is just so crazy with football to basketball, from basketball to baseball. Unfortunately, no. So I let my team know last night that I'd be stepping down. Um, and that the last 3 years have been great. Making the state playoffs twice. Fell short last year, but a lot of great things and a lot of great memories. Those boys are amazing. Absolutely cherish that program, the boys, the parents, and then of course our administration for the support. And the overlap's crazy. So I tell people last year we played in the Aztec tournament and Bloomfield tournament for baseball. I was driving back and forth from state basketball, driving down to Aztec, playing a game, driving back the same night, coaching, and then going back and coaching another game that evening. And there's a little burnout. There really is. And and honestly, the final decision was it may not be fair to the boys. To both programs, really.
Right.
As a coach, you want to give your all, and you're 100% committed to the programs that you're a part of. And that was a struggle. Burnt me out. It definitely burnt me out. But again, I cherish everything that I experienced over there at that baseball program. Those boys, man, they're going to hold a special place in my heart forever. And that was my really uh, laying the foundation and competing in that program. I'm excited to do the same and continue to build off of what former coaches did in Kirtland. And so I'm excited.
Yeah, and I mean, you come into, a program that has, of course, the legacy of the girls, and of course, you've got a coach. I think, eventually Devin is going to be a legend with what he's doing, and what
Yeah,
he's done and stuff. So, what a great mentor you've had to bring you into the basketball program.
absolutely. And it started whenever he took over that PV program. I believe 8 years ago. He allowed me to be a part of his staff. As a JV coach, and then when he was hired on in Kirtland, he asked me to go over, and I went over there. And yeah, what a mentor! I owe everything to Coach Manning. He's phenomenal. I think I've called him 9 times yesterday within probably 2 hours, just thoughts and getting things, and I'm gonna rely heavily on him. And he's told me, call me, text me, let's figure it out. And again, the knowledge of him, playing wise, coaching, and really even as a life mentor, I appreciate the heck out of him and everything he's done for me and really with my coaching career as well. And to allow me to be a part of that girls program, that was amazing. What an experience. The last 6 years, 5 state championship appearances, 2 titles, Um, you know, I will miss it. I'm gonna miss it. Absolutely. How do you not?
Yeah.
Um, but there's a time in life where you just got to branch off and go do your own thing, and he encouraged me to go do it, and I'm all for it, and I'm ready for this new chapter, and I'm ready to go and help build this program and get ready to I want people to talk about both programs, and that's our goal. I'm excited.
Right. And of course, not only did you mention Devin, you'll have a lot of help around there. I know Coach Dowdy, who coached Kirtland Central Boys, is moving to an athletic director position. So he will be there to help you too. I'm sure you'll turn to him somewhat too.
Correct, absolutely. And I'll turn to a lot of people and just get help from everyone, and one thing that I'd like to mention is Coach Scott. He still comes around. Coach Manning and Coach Scott have a connection like no other, and I'll rely heavily on him, and we'll talk, and even people on the girls staff, the coaches, I'll still talk to them. I'm an open book. As we encourage our players to continue to learn tools and build their tool chest, and as a coach, you have to do the same. There's times where I've even reached out to Coach Worth at PV on certain things, on maybe disciplinary things, handbooks, just everything. And so I'm excited. And I got a text last night from one of my, or both actually, both of my former coaches, Coach Adam Huff and Brian Schock, congratulating me. And I'm sure they're going to hear, get texts from me every once in a while and just see their opinion. And it's good to get the support from my colleagues, coaches, former coaches, mentors, just people I've always looked up to.
And that's what's amazing about this community, as a coach and you growing up here and being a part of it, that you're going to have a lot of help along the way for sure, as you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I just want to kick my dog. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. And that's what's great about this, like you mentioned, this community. Man, do we the coaches, we all talk, you know what I mean? They talk to each other. We go to coaches clinic. We create relationships, and to have, as a player, to still have a relationship with former coaches, I think that's amazing. And I'm going to rely heavily on that.
Definitely. So now let's talk a little bit about your team. I mean, you know what you've got coming back. What do you have coming back?
So they graduated, I believe, six or seven seniors. Young team coming up. I met the boys yesterday, and I'm excited. Um, there's still, I believe, 6, 7 that are returning from the past team. Jaron Tyler, Brian Matthews, Nicholas Dodge, some key parts, Seamus, Sean. Sean had an injury, but those are just a few, and so it's a good group. It really is. I'm excited to get them rolling, and then obviously meet the other kids. Here's the reality of it. When it comes to it, the girls' side, we're so focused that you do watch the boys play and see how they do. And um, now I'm really getting to meet the kids, and we're gonna take off with it. I'm excited. We have summer workouts starting next week. And I'm ready to get rolling with those guys. Meet them, create relationships, and really get that buy-in and move forward with it.
And that's where it starts. A lot of people don't realize that, there's a lot of summer programs that the high school, basketball, I know there's camps that go on, and we're going to be, we've got some camps coming up at Farmington that I'm gonna be involved with. And I know you do too. And this is where you start building that relationship with your kids, is during the summer.
Absolutely. The big thing is coaches rely on everyone, on our philosophies and everything, but they don't always line up. And so these kids are just gonna have to get really comfortable with how I coach. I mean, it's no, it's I get fired up. I think we all kind of know that. But it's accountability and discipline. And I hope these boys are ready for that. And I'm excited. The summer is going to really set the tone for this upcoming season. People, you don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to summer, but that is the foundation of next year's season. And so, like I said, we're going to the Farmington High basketball camp, and then we're going to go to Colorado Mesa with the girls basketball team. We're going to play, I think, 15, 16 games in about a week. So it's going to be exhausting. But again, go out there, play. Let's go over things, evaluate, and then again start building those relationships.
You know, it's kind of funny too. You mentioned that you know, being a fiery coach, and I think, you know, your coaches that coached you at Piedra Vista were pretty fiery too. So it probably you got
Yeah, and
developed
you
in
know,
you.
it's just a passion. We talk about alter egos, right? When it comes to coaching, I think everyone just there's a competitiveness and fieriness, and I think last week or 2 weeks ago when we just kind of talked, you know, it's just a passion, and sometimes things slip up and whatnot, but at the end of the day, we're there for the kids. I'm thankful for officials. I'm thankful for all the workers, gate workers, and our fans.
Mhm.
Uh, and that's why we're there. And then we're there for the kids ultimately. And that, hindsight, big picture, we got to come back to that. Hey, we're here for the kids. We're here to develop, and we're here for the program. So yeah, I'm excited, and like I said, a little fiery, but Coach Manning has definitely been a good mentor of mine and saying, hey, it's good to do it, but then there's certain times when you can and can't. So
Yeah, you got to pick your battles, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Well, hopefully you figure that out, because I don't want you to be too hard on my officials. All right.
Oh, no, 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 no. They're gonna be too hard on me. I'll be like, hey, I'm sorry.
Well, Isaiah, I'm so excited for you. I mean, this is just an exciting thing for me, just to see you come up through the ranks and get it. And I know you're going to do great. You do have that just that presence out there on the floor, and congratulations again. And we look forward to seeing you during the basketball season.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on. And thank you for what you do, covering our local sports and especially, a big shout out to the Scholarship Foundation program. I'm going to submit those here probably this week, but
Good.
you do a lot for the community, and it's greatly appreciated. I know what very highly spoken of. So
Thank
again,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Isiah Valdez, the new head coach of the Kirtland Central boys basketball team. And of course, when the season gets here, we'll be talking more to Isaiah about his team and this and that. So we'll see you soon, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, be sure and join us. We'll have more interviews coming up through the summer, new coaches, all kinds of things coming up right here on SanJuanCountySports.com.